up everyone, it's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And this time, yes, once again from the title you can tell I'm going to be talking about some more live action anime, but this time this isn't one that is actually like announced or is in the works or is even rumored. This is one that I just purely thought up on my own. And I know before I actually presented this topic previously, like maybe a few years ago, as a topic, but of course, I want to talk about, could there be a possible Sailor Moon live action? Now, I know at one point I did say that I would like there to be a Sailor Moon live action movie. I definitely said that after watching the Power Rangers movie, but now I'm thinking I would like there to be another live action Sailor Moon series. Now, as many of you guys know, there was a Sailor Moon live action series that was produced and made in Japan like years ago, like in the mid to late 90s, I believe. But I'm wondering if there could be one made here in the United States, very similar to how they did Power Rangers. And listen up before you guys like turn off this video and don't like what I'm saying. Now, I know that there would definitely have to be some changes, but I feel like since a lot of times when Japanese companies want the US to produce a live action version of a show, they do want it to be told in a very Americanized sort of way. And I feel like Sailor Moon would be one of the perfect ways to do this. And I know that Sailor Moon is like a huge classic and so many of us love it, but I feel like it could go the same way as how Power Rangers went. So I feel like they could probably take the source material of Sailor Moon and very much Americanize it. But of course, I do know that there would have to be some changes that would have to be done. So I feel like some of the major changes that would have to be done is that they would have to age up the characters and age down some of the characters. So they would obviously have to age up Serena and her entire crew and all the Sailor Scouts, but they would also probably have to age down Darien, possibly. But they may not actually do that. The main reason why is because, as we all know, Sailor Moon and most of her crew are in middle school when this is taking place, going into high school pretty much. And Darien is, of course, in college. And I feel like if they were to make it still the whole like romance kind of a thing going on, obviously between Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, that age difference might cause a little bit of controversy because of their age gap. So I feel like they would obviously age up her crew, but I honestly would be okay with this. I wouldn't have a problem. But one of the things that I would love to actually see if they did do this is if they made all the characters different ethnicities. Now, hear me out, because I know a lot of you guys are probably like, I would love if everybody was Asian or Japanese, but here's the thing, I really think different ethnicities would work for this because of the fact that since all these different characters have such stark different personalities, it would be amazing if they also had different ethnicities. I feel like this would work because then you could have girls that could see a character that looks pretty much like them, and a lot of times you can still have the whole thing of people saying, I want to be this character, I want to be that character, kind of a thing, very similar to how many of us grew up playing Power Rangers and choosing which Power Ranger we pretty much wanted to be while playing pretend. Now, I know many of you guys are like, I could see this going terribly wrong. It could be very, very cheesy. That is true because Power Rangers was a very, very cheesy show. And I feel like if they did a live action Sailor Moon series again, it would once again probably be very, very cheesy. But I do feel like if the right studio got it into their hands, they could make it a pretty like kind of a much darker show. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at the Power Rangers movie, the one that came out in 2017, that one was actually very, very dark and much more like a much cooler aspect to it compared to the series and even the previous live action movies that, while I'll bet a little bit cooler than the series, were still very, very cheesy. But what do you guys think? I know a lot of people don't like the aspect or the thought process of there being live action anime series or anime TV shows, anime series or anime movies, but I feel like with the talks and obviously the announcement of Cowboy Bebop getting a live action series, that this might be the best way for most animes to get a pretty good live action, you know, material, or a live action, you know, counterpart would be with a series, especially if something as intricate as Sailor Moon having all these different aspects instead of trying to combine it into just like an hour and a half film. But what do you guys think? Do you guys, number one, think this would ever actually happen? And number two, would you guys want to even see this? And number three, what would you guys like to see if this was to ever happen? Now for me, I can already tell you guys, I'm on board if they do this the right way, because honestly, I would love to see a live action Sailor Moon, and I would love to see if they made it very realistic and kind of like true to like today's times, very similar how they did Power Rangers, which was utterly amazing. So let me know, comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are, let me know how y'all feel about it. And it's okay if obviously you guys disagree, because I know how a lot of fans feel about live action shows. But that is my video. Like always, you guys, I will leave links down below to all my my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, my blog as well. So definitely check those out too, and follow me if you haven't already. Of course, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I haven't said this before in my previous videos, but there is a bell icon, so turn on post notifications so you know when I post a new video, which is 3 times a week usually, which is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So I already have a new video in the works for you guys for Saturdays, so for Mondays, so please be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys soon, and like I always say to you guys, stay positive and be nerdy. All right, you guys, bye.